I'm waiting for a few of the regular faces to roll in, people who wouldn't want to miss any of the story before I jump in, because we're about to do something pretty exciting in Star Control. We're about to go on a raid into the space of the big bads, the Urquan themselves. There's going to be some fights. There's going to be some plot advancements. Hello, Shadow. I hope that you've checked the VODs, watched all 8 parts. Actually, did I remember to upload, or rather, did I remember to highlight the last Star Control stream? I might not have. I don't think it's expired yet, though. Yeah, no, I have a stream to highlight. Okay, that's fine. Everything is okay. That was the Having a Thrashing Good Time stream from November 18th. It's been that long. We've gone far too long without a Star Control stream. Unacceptable, honestly. Just how do we let things go so long, friends? Have you played this yet, or are you just living vicariously through me? No green screen tonight, because, I don't know, no reason.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Happy space times. I'm looking forward to more adventures aboard the USS Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, you're in the right place. We're about to set off on a little adventure. Absolutely. Thank you for the 14 months, Imbecilicus. Never have and will never play this or have any idea what is going on. Alright. Just here for the vibes. I can appreciate that. I like to start by taking a look at the star map. It tells a little story. The star map does, of all these different alien races and what they're up to. Let's go around then. Let's do a little clockwise retelling of who the fuck are these people and what's going on. In the top right corner, we have our friends the Supocs, who are plant people. They're chill, they're helpful. They come from a planet called Earth because they live in dirt, and they think it's really funny that our planet is called Earth too. These guys are an alien race called the Utwig.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Blop blop.
Yo, what's up, Beanster? Thank you for the 18 months. Welcome to Star Control. Also, isn't it really late? You must be tired. I was just introducing all of our alien friends so that we know a little bit of context for the adventure that we're about to go on. The Utwig are a race of mask-wearing, technologically advanced aliens who currently, as an entire species, are undergoing extreme depression because they recently found, and then almost immediately dropped and broke, something called the Ultron, which they thought was like the thing that made life worth living. Some kind of device that all other races thought was just a piece of glass junk, but it made them happier than they'd ever been before, and then somebody dropped it, and it broke, and now the entire race is suicidally depressed. to the point where they're considering destroying themselves entirely with what might be the largest bomb in the galaxy, which will come in useful in the plot later. In the right side of the map, there's an alien race we haven't met yet. In fact, in this whole corner, there are 3 alien races we haven't met yet. So there's still some story left to go. They don't sound like useful allies. They are actually crucial to the plot, but at the moment they are too depressed to actually help us with anything. In the galactic south, we've got 3 alien species. The Yehat are a race of, I shit you not, warrior space birds, who are inexplicably Scottish. They're currently going through some shit. They were on Earth's side in the last big war. Earth fought a war against these big guys, these Urquan bad guys. Earth fought a war against them like 20 years in the past and lost. The Yehat were on the side of the good guys that time, but they have switched sides. They are now allies of the bad guys, but not all the Yehat are into that. So there's like a lot of politics brewing over here. The Vux are a race of perverts. I don't know how to describe them. They're one-eyed, like, squid men, and they absolutely hate humans and find them like the most disgusting things out there, but yet they're oddly fascinated by us. They're also hostile. The Ors are like some eldritch nonsense from another dimension, like some real H.P. Lovecraft shit, but they're on our side. So they're happily helping us out with some nice ships. They're friendly, they're just very weird. And over here are the Ilrath, who are angry spider people. They have 2 gods, and both of them want us to die and feel pain. So we're gonna stay away from them. The Arilu up here are like literally the Area 51 gray aliens. They're extremely creepy, but they did teach us how to do interdimensional travel, which is what we use to get around the galaxy real fast. So thanks, Arilu. And the last species that we dealt with last week, or 3 weeks ago, was these guys, the Thredash, who are like rhino men. And their deal is that every few years, a new culture appears that like destroys the last one because it's a bit tougher. So they've just been spending their whole history destroying themselves and rebuilding themselves with very creatively named cultures. Cultures 1 through Culture 20. I haven't played Disco Elysium. Well, that's not true. I played it for like 15 minutes. Long enough for my first dude to die. I do mean to get back to it at some point. The big bads of the story, the Urquan, as you can see, they're hogging like the whole fucking center of the map. They're currently locked in a war. Like, they won a war 20 years ago and then kind of disappeared. No one really knew why. We now know why. Because the Urquan is actually 2 species, the Urquan and the Korra. And the Korra have shown back up, and they're locked in some kind of real big battle. And we're going to learn exactly what the deal is very, very shortly. And the Zokfot are like young, innocent, happy-go-lucky, friendly new race that we're friends with, and they're kind of getting killed in the crossfire. So they actually need our help right now. We got a distress call from the Zokfot homeworld, so we're going to head on over there and try to help them out. This is very dangerous because they're in the middle of Urquan space, so wish me luck. Also, let me get my star map out here. This game progress in real time. Oh, I'm currently paused, but yes, there's a calendar here, and as it progresses, stuff happens. Eventually, the war sorts itself out, and like species can get obliterated if you take too long. It can get serious. All right, let's go. We're headed to Zokfot Pick Space. We've got this thing, which is pretty cool. Quasi-portal. I was not expecting that to happen to my camera. Hold on. I had... I had my green screen filter still on, and the green light that comes out of quasi-space is exactly the right color. That's fucked up, man. So many bangers in this soundtrack. Nothing but wins. Alright, what was the Zokfot homeworld? Alpha Tucanae is the Zokfot homeworld. We're gonna save because we're very likely to get fucking obliterated. Who is it? It's the Korra. Alright, so this is our first time meeting the Korra. Yo, Mark! What's up, buddy? You're just in time to meet the Urquan Korra. This is the twist of, you thought that the Urquan were the baddies? Well, you haven't met the Korra yet.
We are the Urquan Korra. We cleanse our destiny. You will soon die. Make whatever rituals are necessary for your species.
So, we learned sort of a special phrase. We learned a little bit of history, and that history unlocked this option, which is that the Urquan kind of went on a rampage like 10,000 years ago. They used to be nice guys, and something happened, and we're not yet sure exactly what. And they became the galaxy's assholes. But we learned that one of the species that they exterminated early in their rampage asked them this question, which seems to have resonated with them. So we're going to ask them the same thing that the Dunyari did. The Dunyari, who were their only friends in the galaxy back then, who they ruthlessly exterminated. And they're going to explain to us what the fuck is going on. Hold. What you are doing to us is wrong. Why do you do this thing?
The words. The words.
Strap in, it's story time.
Alien, you have spoken the words. You have spoken them rightly. We will explain to you about the Dunyari, our slave masters. The Taelo.
I got the Dunyari and the Taelo mixed up, I'm sorry.
Whom we exterminated.
The Taelo asked
and
them.
our reasons why we cleanse the galaxy of all other sentient life. We have explained this before, over 20,000 years ago. Your words, why do you do this thing? Echo that ancient plea. You see, alien, we were a proud and mighty race, who were cruelly enslaved. For thousands of years we had no free will. We were nothing more than tools. Never again will anyone enslave our people. We cleanse the galaxy of such threats.
So, this is our first time meeting these guys. We've talked to Urquan before, and we know because they were here 20 years ago, and they beat up Earth, and they enslaved everybody. So the regular Urquan, there's like a green Urquan, and their deal is they go around the galaxy enslaving everyone, and those that don't become slaves, they trap them on their homeworlds. They don't kill them. They trap them on their homeworlds under impenetrable shields and destroy all their technology and stop them from ever leaving their home planets again. And they do this to protect themselves. They figure because they never want to be enslaved again, they'll enslave the rest of the galaxy. Now the Korra figure they're not going to take chances. They're not going to enslave the rest of the galaxy. They're going to exterminate the rest of the galaxy.
We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary hunters. In a world where one species is the dominant killer, one's only threat is one's brother, one's sister, anyone of one's species. Civilization did not come easily to us. We earned it. We mastered our hatreds and murderous desires to form a mighty culture.
What's the deal with the frog? Excellent question, and actually extremely important to the plot of the video game.
Or Kazertza, only the Urquan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond. Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu. Here we met the Tailo, the only species we ever called friend. Our association with the Tailo and the milieu lasted for 3,000 years. We, the Urquan, who could not tolerate the presence of others, became the milieu's scouts, their solitary explorers.
It's not too late, Mark. You can download this game for free. Who were the Tailo?
Only the Tailo did not trigger our instinctive territoriality. They were the only people we could stand with, or talk to, without the hunter inside us screaming, "Kill the interloper, rip out its life." We believe that the same factors that made the Tailo non-threatening to us, their unusual rock-like biology, also gave the Tailo natural immunity to the Dunyari's psychic compulsion. The Dunyari would not permit this. After they had conquered all 6 of the other races in the milieu, they commanded us to attack the Tailo, and we did. The Tailo would not fight back. They died.
Right, so natural next question. Who or what are the Dunyari?
It was on a routine planetfall that one of our milieu scout ships first met the Dunyari, the creatures you know as our talking pets.
Yeah, it's that little frog guy.
But the Dunyari were different then. They were evilly intelligent and wielded psychic powers to control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to them. Our Urquan scout ships transported the Dunyari through the milieu. The war for dominance, such as it was quick and bloodless. Within weeks, the Dunyari controlled all races but one, the Tailo.
So yeah, the Tailo are little rock people who apparently were immune to psychic stuff. We've actually visited the Tailo homeworld and picked ourselves up a Tailo shield, so that should come in useful when we do actually run into the Dunyari ourselves. So how did you defeat the Dunyari?
For thousands of years, we were unthinking slaves to the Dunyari. Like the 5 other surviving races of the old milieu, we had no choice. The Dunyari's compulsion was too strong to resist. But the Dunyari were not satisfied with their slave races. The Yuli and the Drawl were inferior, they decided, and so they instructed us to incinerate their worlds, and we did.
Rough.
The Dunyari had a special liking for us, Urquan, so they began to tinker with our genes, to improve us, their favored slaves. Their efforts to split the Urquan into 2 sub-races, the Green Urquan, affect scientists and bureaucrats, and the Black Urquan, their effectuators, the builders, the fighters, the doers. The Korra are the Black Urquan, the Kazertza are the Green. I grow tired of talking, alien, and your time grows short.
Thanks for the exposition,
I
dump.
will continue for but a moment longer. When we discovered that intense pain could block the Dunyari's mental powers, we were able to destroy them, but it took years. Can you imagine, alien, what it must have been like to wear an excruciator? To live in endless screaming pain for months on end? No, you cannot.
Yeah, so they really rushed the ending there, Game of Thrones style. The way that they broke out was that one of the scientists created a device that gave them such excruciating pain that the Dunyari weren't able to control them because they would feel the pain. Pretty metal, actually. I guess that's it. Thanks for the info. We'll just leave now.
No, it is not. There is more you must hear. When the war was over, the great core rose from our ranks and declared the path of now and forever. We would cleanse the galaxy. No one would ever threaten the Urquan this way again. We had cleansed one of the 3 remaining milieu races, and were in orbit around a second's home world. From the surface came a plea, identical to the words you spoke a few moments ago. The one-eyed creatures, the male Gnome, asked so simply, so clearly, that we felt compelled to explain. While we did so, the Xertza appeared. They would not permit us to destroy, they said. Enslave, yes. Imprison, yes. But never destroy. The moment was tense. Someone opened fire. The first doctrinal war had begun. While we fought, the male Gnome escaped. We never found them again.
So the male Num are probably the male Normé that we can talk to these days. I don't know why they changed their name to go into the Species Protection Program or something, but...
We were exiled. We traveled through space. We built the strength of our battle fleets, and continued our plan to cleanse threats from the galaxy for all Urquan. You have heard our words, and perhaps you understand us a bit better. But now, it is time for us to cleanse you.
I'd rather not. If it's all the same to you. Alright, so, there's 3 Korra battlecruisers.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
013. 90 to go, lol.
90 to go. Yeah, man, you'll be at 103 in no time. Thank you so much for the 13 months, my friend. Happy to see you here for a non-DVD stream. Doing a little star control. So, I do not remember what ship will give us the best matchup against a Korra battlecruiser. I will try with the Oars. Got over COVID, life coming back. Rough. Happy to hear you're over it. Pick the one with the big guns. The Oars have pretty big guns. So the Korra can leave those those big spinny discs. They also have a they've got a short range like Nova attack, which I'm hoping we're not going to see. Come on, come a little closer. All right, we got one hit on him. And we're not doing so good. All right. So the other thing the Oars can do is land Space Marines on enemies. So they did all they could. Let's see if we can get our dude out of here before we get blown up. Come on, 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 come on. Shit. Alright, new plan. Bring in the Oars. Land a shit ton of Marines. All together now. And now get this motherfucker out of here. Success. The ship is named Death 13. That's their captain. The little name under the ship is the captain's name. Let's go, Captain Squirt. Alright. They just used all their energy. Let's go. Let's land the Marines. Let's go, Space Marines. Oh shit, they're killing the Space Marines in space. That's unfortunate. Hell yeah. Get out, get out, get out. Alright. Alright, let's continue with the plan. Let's get Captain Dancer out here. Oh shit! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Unfortunate. Alright, we lost 2 ores, which is not great. Not great. So, I think I'm going to use a Thredash. This is the fastest fucker in space. He's got an afterburner, which is great. And if you can get their shitty AI to run into the afterburner, you can do massive damage to them. But you've gotta convince their shitty AI to run into your afterburner. Come on, come on, just run into the afterburner. Yeah. Woo. That's also the name of a JoJo villain? I guess I haven't gotten that far in JoJo. So we survived our first run-in with the Korra, but it was a close thing, honestly. Well, close. It was rough. We lost 2 of our ships. His parents massacre 9 and infanticide 16. We're tossing up what to call them. Oh, fuck. Alright, here we are. We've arrived at the home world of the Zokfot Pick. Where there is 1 Korra in orbit.
We are the Urquan Korra. Your presence here is premature. We fight the Khazar for supremacy of doctrine and possession of the Samatra.
We do not know what that is.
When the battle is won, our task is simple. We cleanse. You are the filth.
What are you hanging over?
My trophy bone bit. In here is 1 skeleton from each of the races, which I personally exterminated.
It's fucking metal.
I fondle these bones and recall the fine cleansing. Perhaps your bones will grace this pit momentarily, unless they are accidentally vaporized.
So I think we're going to skip right along to using a Thredash. And we will yet again hope that they just have bad AI and run right into the big, easily avoidable afterburner plume. Sick. This almost feels like an exploit. Like, they just run right into it. Ha! Got him. Oh, fuck. Alright, one more time ought to do it. There's actually decent range on that little gun. Ah, fuck. Got him?
Our savior, you have rescued us from certain destruction.
Sure did.
Howie, baby, that was a close one.
The black ship appeared in orbit several days ago and began raining down bolts of destructive energy on the surface of our planet.
Fortunately,
We were able to focus our planetary shield to deflect the energy blasts away from our cities.
unfortunately,
Large sections of our planet's beautiful wilderness have been annihilated. Entire ecosystems destroyed.
Oh, that sucks.
that makes me really mad. I mean, attacking helpless, intelligent alien species, that's one thing. But toasting our cute little wood jukes and tree narfs, that is really low.
If the black ship had been accompanied by others of its kind, we wouldn't have been able to stop the rain of destruction. They would have killed us all.
Well, in that case, better those jukes and narfs than us, right?
Should have juked him
It is clear
better
that in
or
matters
something,
of war,
am I right?
You are more capable than ourselves. With this in mind, we would like to give you our 4 finest starships and crew. I hope they bring you many victories.
They're not
Try
going
not
to.
lose them all right away.
Zokfot pick ships suck.
It's been pretty quiet, Captain. Nothing new to report.
Are you crazy? What about the Fungi Championship?
Yeah, you can try your daily C. I don't know how many DVD answers I have left.
Interested?
Oh, yeah? How do you know?
Because I'm not even interested. Nobody with any brains is interested in Fungi.
Yeah, nobody plays
What about
Frungy.
me, huh? I love Fungi. It's a sport of kings.
Gee,
Oh, all right. We wouldn't know any of the teams anyway.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. Any news about the war between the two alien races? What was the intended use of the clown's yellow bottles? Bro, you put down a zone and you go into the zone and you go faster. That's the intended use of the yellow bottles.
no, we have nothing new to report.
Nope. Not a thing.
Do we want some specific information?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Just ask away.
Can you describe your Stinger starship?
The Stinger is the peak of our technological
This is what they just gave me 4 of.
Totally awesome.
These vessels are cheap to build and can be quite effective in short
They're
range
literally the
combat.
the second cheapest ship in the game, after the suicide bomber ship.
Real small.
Remember though, against most ships, the Stinger must close distance immediately and give unrelenting tongue attacks until either the enemy or the Stinger are destroyed.
Yeah, the tonguing is the best part.
Does the guy in the back ever say anything?
Nope.
Not a word.
Wasn't slowing down the survivor enough? Oh, well, this is kind of like, it adds a layer of variety, right? You've got options. And a clown who can think ahead of where everyone's going to go is able to both speed themselves up and slow a survivor down for, like, I don't know, extra effectiveness.
Anything else?
I would say it was also an interesting attempt to, like, do a power rework that leaves the original power entirely in place. Like, is it possible to do a character change that nobody can complain about? Because the original power only got better, just straight up buffed because the reload time was reduced. Oh, wow. There's a whole bunch of gold on their moon that I never mind. So, like, the regular gas only got better. There was no downside. And then you got a whole other type of bottle. And it was kind of like, all right, players, it might not be entirely obvious immediately what the advantages are. You guys can figure it out. Show us what you got. And I have seen people do cool stuff with it. But I think people who wanted something a little bit more straightforward and obvious to use kind of look at that and go, I'm not really sure when to use this. And they don't like that. Alright. Oh, we just stole all the gold off the Zokfot moon. take that. Let's see if there are other planets in the system that are worth mining. Mass Effect totally stole the idea of mining alien planets from this game. Oh, there's life on this planet. Oh, it's also like insanely dangerous. Those are earthquakes. I must have skipped this planet because back before I upgraded my lander, this would have destroyed us immediately. However, I have a super pimp lander now, so I don't really care. Come at me, bro. Why only a 10% speed increase? I mean, it is... Ooh. It is enough speed to make a difference in a lot of situations. Damn, that was a lot of earthquakes. You can tag and bag alien creatures, for the game's secondary currency, which is data. There's one species out there that doesn't care about like resources. What they care about is information. And you can trade them information about planets and information about species in return for either historical information or technological information. That's how you get the cool upgrades. But I've already gotten them all, so... Basically, the only thing I can do with data now is buy gas from them. Oh well, at least I save money on gas. Not meant to be used to traverse the map faster. You can absolutely use it to traverse the map faster. Something that I see people do, which is pretty cool, is they'll throw a yellow bottle down on themselves before they pick up somebody, because it'll activate by the time you're done the pickup animation. Same with hooking. Right before you hook, you throw a little bottle, hook, it'll activate, give you a speed boost, and you can zoom off. It's not free speed, because it will probably mean that you have to reload at some point, and the reloading will make you lose some of that, but like, it can get you where you're going faster, albeit with less bottles. Fuck Space Joe Biden, exactly. Do I think that the devs might have juiced that number up a little bit higher? Sure. I could see a world where the haste bonus was a little bit more. Something actually that still kind of bugs me is that haste and hinder bonuses in the game, despite having a uniform appearance, right? They all have the same icon. They don't all have the same value. They're status effects that don't have normalized values, which really bothers me. Hello, Wrath. Mark, can you fix that? Can you just go in the game and make it so that all the haste bonuses are the same and all the hinder bonuses are the same? It shouldn't be too hard. Alright. Now there's one more thing I want to do here. I want to talk to the green Urquan. And there's a bunch of Urquan coming in, so... We have a problem, though. If there's too many Urquan in the same area, they can continue coming towards you while you're doing like an exit animation, and they can pile up on you. And plus they spawn in this area. So they can spawn extra ships while you're busy doing the exit animation, and you can get stuck in an infinite loop of enemies spawning on you, which happened to me. So I'm not going to let that happen. And I am going to quasi-portal out of here. Alright. So we're out of there. Here's a star I'd like to visit. A star called Betelgeuse. Don't say it 3 times in a row. We're going to slightly dip inside Urquan space. And I'm actually hoping to run into the green Urquan so we can have the story from their perspective. That might be them. Yep, there they are. Wonder why they stopped making 4X space games. There are still 4X space games. There's like the Stellaris and that kind of stuff. Endless Space. RTSs, I think, are basically dead. I think that the general gist seems to be that MOBAs basically killed them. That while people do like those kinds of top-down strategy games, the ones where you control smaller or rather even singular characters seem to have overtaken them in popularity. Because I don't know, it took a special kind of nerd to play StarCraft, but like anybody can fucking play League of Legends.
Human, you have ignored our commands, and now you will be punished.
I love the music and like the voice acting and like the modulation on the Urquans so much. I think like just some of the most badass villains I've ever seen in media come from this obscure 1992 video game. Just listen to their goddamn theme song. It's so good. So let's hit him with the same words and hear the story from their perspective. Right after this part. Oh yeah.
Alien, you have spoken words, and you have spoken them rightly. We will tell you our reasons why we enslave all other sentient life. We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary hunters. In those ancient days, there was no Korra or Kazertsa, only the Urquan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond.
This is like the voice of God.
Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu, which we joined as partners. It was on a routine planetfall that one of our million scout ships first met the Dunyari. They were evilly intelligent creatures who could control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to them.
God games kind of died out? Yeah.
Thousands of years,
I played this shit out of Black and White. It was a really interesting game. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but really interesting.
Special liking for us Urquan. So they began to tinker with our genes. They built 2 Urquan sub-races, one green, the thinkers and planners, the other black, the warriors and laborers. When the martyred genius Kazertsa gave us the secret to defeating the Dunyari, we destroyed them. Then we decided that we would never again be slaves. We would follow the path of now and forever.
What was the path of the Black
Decided
Urquan called?
to enslave or imprison all other intelligent life in the galaxy.
It's something very similar. Slight change in wording. It's like the People's Judean Front against the People's Front of Judea.
Under a new leader, Gra had devised the eternal doctrine, which called for the cleansing, the annihilation of all non-Urquan sentient life.
What's up, silly?
Before we could stop them, they burned the Uptar race's whole world.
Am I the weird Cthulhu thing? No, that's the Urquan.
The planet of the last remaining free race. We met the Gora in orbit above that planet. We confronted them. They would not submit. We fought. When our battle was done, the Gora were defeated. We exiled them, sent the remnant of the Gora fleet.
The frog is talking.
Reaches of the galaxy.
We haven't gotten exactly the full explanation here. The frog is talking because the Urquan think it's below themselves to like use translators and talk directly to lesser alien species. So these talking pets are what's left of the Dunyari.
Captain,
They change them and use them to do translation because they're psychic. They have psychic powers.
you have a decision to make. Submit to us, the Urquan Kazemzar, or face our wrath.
You didn't answer my question. What's your problem?
You have intruded upon the battleground of our doctrinal conflict with the Korra. This is not tolerable. We must maintain our concentration on this war. We must win. Should we lose, the consequences to you and all of the sentient life in this part of the galaxy would be very grave. Since you have refused to depart willingly, it appears that we must eliminate you ourselves.
Yeah, so we start the game thinking that these guys, the Urquan, are the big bads. Only it turns out that they're locked in a war to stop a different race from literally eliminating all life in the galaxy. So they're like the good guys, question mark? It turns out that there is actually a third option that involves letting people in the galaxy not be enslaved or killed, but we have to figure that out the hard way. So we were just granted a whole bunch of Zokfot Pick Stinger ships, and I'm going to show you just how fucking great they are. The Urquan can launch fighters. It's a oh fuck. It's a little bit like the Korra shootout. Oop. Actually, the fighters are more like the Space Marines that the Oars shoot out. You know what? The Zokfot is not that bad. It's got some speed. Absolute bullshit that the Urquan fighters don't get destroyed by planets. Ah, Jesus. Ah, Jesus. The Zokfot has a short-range weapon. That's correct, King Devad. If I get close enough to shoot the fighters, he can hit me with the fusion blasts, which are very powerful. Shit! So we can pick the fighters off one by one. It costs them a pilot every time they lose a fighter. This is going better than expected, actually. The ships have costs in terms of resources and like points. Uh-oh. And a Zokfot is not worth anything near what an Urquan is. Like a Zokfot's like a 6-point ship, and an Urquan is a 30. Do I still have communication with them? I mean, yeah, they're not dead. I have a lot of friends there. I'd say the majority of my fucking friend group are people who I worked with on Dead by Daylight, so. If you want me to ask them to make a change for you, though, I'm afraid I won't be able to help you. You see Gun Media? Yeah, they're working on a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, right? Yo, this Captain Dip Pack here is really kicking ass. I did not think I would get so far with a single Zokfot. Gotta dodge some fusion blasts here. We let him get too close. Come on. Do I know other languages? I mean, I know English, French, and C++. Java? I learned programming using Java in school. I haven't like written anything in Java in a long time. Like I've used other languages for lots of things, for like school projects, personal projects, but like I wouldn't consider myself particularly knowledgeable about them, just like enough to write a small project. Let's see if we can finish this guy off with the Tradash. Yeah, I doodled some Pythons, but like I wouldn't say I know Python. I've just like, you know, I've done some tutorials and like I've made a small project in it. This is not going well. Padump, you are a utter failure, a disappointment. Fuck it, let's get the Zokfot back out here. I was doing better with these guys. Would you launch some fighters, would you? Maybe we should hit them with a stinger attack. They have a, you see that? They have a little tongue attack. Let's try to get in there with the tongue. It didn't work. All right. Let's hit him with some Space Marines.
Go, 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 go,
Hell yeah.
Launch fighters. Launch fighters. Go, 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 Launch fighters.
Go. Yeah, Space Marines, go. You can do it. There's only 3 more. You can do it. Come on. Ah, shit. Okay. So, I'm down to 1 crew. He's down to 7. Let's see what we can do. I think I have a range advantage here. Come on. Stay on target. Stay on target. Got him! Alright, well, we just won a battle against the Urquan. Look at us, kicking ass, taking names. Let's get the fuck out of Urquan space, because every time we do that, we lose way more value of spaceships than we collect in debris, so that is not good for us. We're headed for Betelgeuse. I heard a rumor that there's something interesting happening in that star system. Ooh, a radioactive world. Radioactive elements are the second most valuable kind of element. The most valuable are non-radioactive. Funny guy. The most the most valuable are exotic elements, including zoocrystals, which I think originated in this game, and later, from what I hear, showed up in a different Toys for Bob game, something called Skylanders. I don't know anything about it. Apparently that game made them a little bit more money than this one did. Alright, a radioactive world followed by a treasure world. We're fucking in luck. And yes, I do speak French. I'm sure I pull it out every now and then on stream. I don't speak Spanish, but I feel like I can read it, just based on the fact that I know some French. My wife's done some Spanish courses, and since we both have a French background, we look at it like this is like an alternate world version of French where they made a language and decided to actually stick to the rules, which is crazy because French is like, all right, here's a bunch of rules, and every fucking word is going to be an exception to the rules, and every letter is going to be fucking silent. And Spanish is like, what if we did like the, you know, Latin evolving over time thing, then we stuck to the rules and we pronounced the letters, which is just absolutely radical. What if we put some accents that actually help you know how to say the word, instead of just leaving you like guessing? Crazy fucking ideas. What were they thinking? You disagree with my assessment of Spanish? That's fine. I don't actually know Spanish. I'm just giving you my reactions as I like looked over the shoulder of somebody who was learning it. What's this? A planet under a slave shield? A space station? What have we found? Better save. Something's going on here in Betelgeuse.
Attention, unidentified.
Hello.
Be warned. This slave world and its inhabitants belong to the Urquan. I am Starbase Commander Talana of the slave planet Gaia. Your ship is not responding to standard hierarchy identification sequences. You are therefore classed as independent. And what? Is my monitor display correct? Is that a human commanding that vessel?
That's right, baby.
Who are you?
We're the ethics police. Justify that costume immediately. We're greatly impressed.
So am I, Captain.
so am I. Earthlings are so earthy. But you haven't answered my question fully. Why are you here? Where are you from? Has the slave shield been lifted from Earth? Are the Earth
Yeah, her eyes flash.
defeated?
That's hot.
Simply put, Captain, what do you want from us?
Hey, baby, what I need is you. What I need right now is a touch-o-vision, am I right? We've come to free you from your slavery to the Urquan.
Look, friend, I appreciate your offer, but we don't want your help. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we're not going to do anything to antagonize the Urquan. That's why. We may not like slavery, but it's a damn sight better than our alternatives. Below us, we have a beautiful world. Maybe it's not Siren, but at least it's a home. That's a lot more than we've ever had before the war, before the Urquan became our masters.
So, what you doing here?
When the Urquan conquered us over 20 years ago, I was only a young girl living in Habitat 31.
Do you speak some Spanish? No.
Was a starship officer in the Space Patrol.
I recognize some words that are just like the same between Spanish and French. That's about it.
When the Urquan caught us in open space, we all thought we were going to die. But then, instead of killing us, the Urquan offered us a choice. We could join the ranks of their combat thralls, or we could be slave-shielded in our homeworld. Like the people of Earth, we chose peace. We became
what's Sagandese?
Urquan told us to return to our homeworld. We explained that we had none. Urquan Master 9 explained that they had encountered this situation before, and if we would provide them with a list of our requirements, they would use their extensive astronomical data stores to find a planet for us. So we told them about Siren, about the color of its sky, about the abundant life forms, about the fertility of the soil and seas. Less than an hour later, we received a terse message from Master 9. We were to proceed.
More like Master 69, am I right?
Disembark. This was to be our new home. But our new world, Gaia, was everything we described. We'd been searching for a home planet for 75 years, and in the end, it was our enemies who gave one to us. I grew up on a small island off the main continent, and like all of my people, we lived each day under the sick, red glow of the slave shield. When the Urquan arrived 7 years ago to refurbish and recrew the starbase, I was selected as the new commander.
So yeah, these were like, I guess, sexy space gypsies who don't have a home planet. And when they lost during the war, right, the Urquan, what they do is they encase you under a slave shield on your homeworld. They didn't have one, so the Urquan were like, okay, we'll give you a homeworld. Is that what I think it is? Oh, thank you so much. They even made me tea. You're the best. I don't deserve you. Oh, it smells so good. Banana bread and tea for my wife. What did the Urquan get from slave worlds? So like we saw earlier tonight, the Urquan's thing is that they got psychically enslaved for like thousands of years. And when they finally freed themselves, they were like, we will never again let anybody ever threaten us. So we will find every sentient species and either enslave them first. We will enslave them. So yeah, they enslave them first, either by letting them be battle thralls to fight for them, or by being encased under a slave shield on their homeworld. with all their advanced technology destroyed to never again leave. So they eliminate all threats preemptively. What happened to you at the end of the war?
When we first met your people, we've been wandering through the stars for almost 75 years, ever since the death of Siren, our home planet.
Which is something we're going to get into.
The Alliance. I use the word joined loosely, because we had no other choice.
Oops.
The Bucks were raiding our slow habitat columns, and we had nowhere else to go. We fought for survival, Captain. Nothing more. When your people on Earth were defeated, the Alliance just plain fell apart. The Yehat and Shofixti retreated to their native stars and didn't want us to follow. The Ariru, those creepy little weasels, just plain bugged out. Vanished, leaving us alone, with nowhere to go, smack in the path of the oncoming Urquan Armada. What were we supposed to do? Fight? 2/3 of our habitat fleet was unarmed. Many aren't even superluminal.
Superluminal.
We were going to be annihilated if we resisted, and we knew it. When the Urquan surrounded us and started giving orders that all ended with, "or die," we took them at face value. We obeyed. In exchange, they gave us Gaia, the planet below.
Pretty good deal, honestly.
It's a beautiful world, Captain. I wish I could show it to you. So don't misunderstand me. We love our freedom as much as anybody else, but we've got a good life here, and we don't want to lose it.
You love freedom and hate the Urquan. Why won't you help us?
Like I said before, Captain, we would like to help, but we are unwilling to risk losing Gaia. Unless you can find a much more compelling reason for us to get involved.
Oh, we will.
You're on your own.
So tell us a little about your people and your culture.
Our species are almost identical, almost too close a match to be just a coincidence. Our bodies are very similar, Captain,
Oh, yeah?
except for certain parts.
Tell me more.
Our cultural development is also mostly parallel. Like you Earthlings, we evolved a society from primitive tribes whose main function were to protect themselves from the large reptiles native to our old world.
The only
The
Fansians.
main difference between our two sets of cultures, the split in the paths of our development, occurred in what would have been your prehistory, say 5000 BCE. In your world, the agricultural communities were conquered by the more primitive, but also more aggressive migratory herding peoples. This led to a particular kind of sexual...
I don't think that's what happened on
dominant
Earth.
...structure, which pervaded almost all of your Earth cultures until the early 21st century. On Siren, our only primitive migratory tribes were confined to our mountainous regions.
I think that
Their herds
agricultural
were
city
wild,
builders actually
not too
supplanted
far from the agricultural bases
migratory
of the
tribes
plains.
on Earth, if
The
I
two cultures
understand my
were
prehistory
isolated
correctly.
Until much later, when the technological superiority of the farmers curtailed any major conflict.
Whatever, that's fine. So, what was Syra like?
It was our paradise, Captain. Our Eden. Earth is the only world we know of whose variety and richness of life even comes close to Syra. Again, like so many other things about our two species, our worlds were very much the same. At least before you began encasing yours in concrete and plastic.
Yo, Art the
Syra's
Beard.
gravity was a bit lighter than
Thanks for the
Earth's,
raid.
and its
Welcome on
day
in.
was 50% longer. Our diurnal cycle is therefore different from yours. We spend 20 hours awake, followed by 10 hours horizontal. This subject is very difficult for us, Captain, but I will try to recount those sad days. Like your solar system, ours had a large population of comets and asteroids. Large meteor impacts, though rare, were not unheard of on our planet. So it was not a total shock when an asteroid penetrated our atmosphere and hit the surface. What was odd was that unlike most other meteors, this one was not pulverized on impact. It penetrated the crust, and indeed went all the way through to the mantle, causing a supervolcano. The earthquakes caused by the impact were severe. The magma pumped out of the caldera wreaked significant damage on the nearby terrain, but within a few weeks it had cooled, forming a solid rock bandage over the wound. Within a few months, we had cleaned up the mess. The caldera was calming down nicely, and things were pretty much back to normal. Then, just over a year after the impact, all hell broke loose on the surface of Syra. Huge calderas were opening all over, not just around the meteor impact, but everywhere. The scope of the disaster is impossible.
That wasn't a meteor.
to imagine.
That was fucking
Entire
Lavos.
cities sliding into oceans of molten lava, kilometer-wide sections.
Also, thank you,
of
Art.
land pulverized by
Work is
a
going well. I can't wait till I can finally tell you guys what I'm working on.
Poison gas and superheated
Not yet, though.
steam created a death shroud around Syra.
Talana, have you ever heard of Deep Children? Wait, how do we know about Deep Children? We haven't even talked to the Mycon yet.
Yes, I think so. Aren't they part of the Mycon religion somehow? We have recordings of Mycon hyperwave transmissions from the war. Pretty weird stuff. The Mycons just kind of rambled, never making much sense. They talked a lot about deep children and spears of light, but we couldn't ever understand what they were talking about.
Jesus, gummies. What if I told you that Mycon Deep Children shatter planet crusts like your Siren? Is this a bug? We're not supposed to have these options yet. We haven't talked to the Mycon. We don't know this.
What? What did you say? Human, you had better not be joking. Syra is not a subject for Earth humor. Now, what do you mean, shattered planet crusts? How? That is what happened to Syra, yes. But we presumed it was a natural cataclysm, a meteor. Do you have proof that it was something else? These deep children?
Hello, Aquamelon. New Dune game? You're lying. I don't have proof yet, but I am certain the Mycons destroyed your world.
Captain, if what you say is true, it would turn my world upside down. You have no sorrow to match what each of us Cyrene feels every day of our lives when we remember what we have lost. Syra,
A Dune RTS?
the
What?
very idea that the Mycons or any alien race may have been responsible for Syra's destruction filled me with burning rage. If it were true, none of us here would rest until we had avenged ourselves on the perpetrators. We would find some way to leave this starbase, locate our starships, and hunt down the evil monsters. Captain,
I guess it
if
just
you
got announced, what, during the Game Awards or
what you
something?
say, you must inform us immediately. But until then, do not mention the subject again.
Cool.
It is too painful.
I don't feel like giving her a hard time about her outfit, but I mean, it's the dialogue option. Might as well ask. What's this? Ah! That's not right. That's better. Yeah, I know, it doesn't fit properly. Don't give me a break.
There it is. The biggest death trap in all history. And the Duke's headed into its jaws.
On Caladan, we ruled with air and sea power. Here, we must scrabble for desert power.
Move slowly, and the day of your revenge will come.
This is your inheritance.
Speed is a device of Shaitan.
Thus, there will always be a desert on Arrakis.
Something that
What is to become of you?
Baron Vladimir Harkonnen
If
do.
anything happens
Oh no, not
Your
Harkonnen.
enemy was overwhelmed.
I was hoping that wouldn't stick around.
Yet you ruled with him.
We Fremen have a saying. God created Arrakis to train the faithful.
Arrakis.
To hold Arrakis, you're faced with
Arrakis
decision.
is our enemy.
This is my future.
This is my honor.
This is my vengeance. This is my doom.
Okay. Well, I can see that it's got the styling from the movie. I guess it's like a...
This seems fitting. Spice.
Very much so. Well, thank you for showing me. I guess it's a movie spin-off, which is fine. I don't hate the aesthetics of the new movie or anything. I don't think that I don't like the look of the new movie as much as I like the look of the Lynch movie, which inspired the previous video games. But I'm sure we're gonna get something cool out of it. We'll play it on the stream. There are actually a couple of Dune games we haven't played on stream yet.
Maybe some other time, Captain. I can show you the hidden functionality of my uniform.
Yo, she's down to F.
Included.
Battle for Arrakis? You mean Emperor Battle for Dune? There's that one. And then there's another like 3D adventure game which apparently sucked. What happened to the males of your species?
When Siren was destroyed, the only people who survived were in orbit, and most of them were members of our newly established, mostly female space patrol. From their ships, their orbital platforms, and their lunar outposts, they watched Siren die. Within 3 days after the cataclysm began, the surface temperature of Siren had risen by almost 75 degrees to above the boiling point of water. It became clear that Siren, our paradise, our Eden, was gone.
That's right, Aquamelon. We're all coming for alien sex.
They made a few missions to the surface and actually found a handful of survivors. But their main activity was to make preparations for departure. The Space Patrol fitted makeshift drive units to anything that could hold air. Orbital factories, research pods, even hotels. When the fleet was ready, they left orbit.
Speaking of like Mass Effect knockoffs, they have an entire species who is just this, right?
With only 500 males, but they were the best.
The ones who wear their suits and have a fleet and no home planet.
Our people wandered at sublight
It's just these guys.
speed through the stars, looking for a new home.
Don't you ever get lonely?
Don't worry about us, Captain. We make out all right.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, time to go find some proof of the Deep Children so I can come back and let her know what happened to her planet 75 years ago. Dune 2, Duner. Alright. So we're gonna go explore a little bit Mycon space, starting with Gamma Kepler. I had to pretend to give a shit about this game for months to watch me talk to Dollar Store Leia. Lol. Lamau. Fucking hyperspace theme is so good. Alright, that is a Mycon ship. Let's save and have a talk with them. What up, Mycon?
We are part of Jaffa. Jaffa is the hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. We are the Mycon.
What? Please try to understand. We wish peace between our peoples.
A single spore lands, finds nourishment in decay, and soon attains maturity. In turn, it exhales a cloud of new life, 1,000 spores. Each lands, finds nourishment in decay. So progresses Jaffa.
Jaffa.
Jaffa fills in my fibers, and I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
I think that means he's down to fight. Okay, so we've taken some damage. Actually, the fleet is not yet repaired from our battles with the Urquan, so this is not a great time to go fighting this guy. The Mycon ships are slow, and they have homing weapons. Let's try some Thredash and see how it goes. Don't run away from me. So yeah, there are other abilities that they can heal. Oh, fuck. If I had ores, I would use them. Not good. Not good. How are you going to deal with these Mycons? When I get in there and tongue them. Tongue him! Tongue him! Use the tongue! Fuck. Getting wiped out, bro. Getting destroyed. I could use aggressive afterburner tricks to kill this guy. Fuck. Retreat. Reload. We do not have the weapons to take on the Mycon right now. Holy shit! Why are there so many? Luckily they're slow. So you can just juke right in there. Hell yeah! Got a scan on this rainbow world. Fuck yeah. Whoa. Aggressive land octopus. Get out of here. So the rainbow worlds are special worlds, actually. There's only 10 of them in the galaxy. They're like physically impossible proof that there was a species that was able to like construct planets. That burping noise means I've collected enough biological data to fill my ship's computer banks. Whose idea was to put Chilean characters? I don't know. I think that the character designers try to make a variety of different characters. If I remember correctly, Ace has roots in Argentina, so it's not the first time that we have like a South American survivor. But I mean, I think Ace spent a bit more time in the States than our new guy did. I will try to avoid confrontation. Get in there. Bam! Wait. One more dude to juke. Yeah, come on out here. Come on out here. Haha! Stupid slow mycons. Aha! This is a special type of planet what we have right here. A shattered world. With an energy signature up there. This is a different, like another planet that has been destroyed the way that Siren was. We're gonna find proof. Holy crap. We'll come back around for it. Here we go. Report from the surface. Near an unusual volcanic fumarole, we have found a fragment of some kind of biological encasement or shell, which is made of incredibly tough, heat-resistant mat of fungal fibers. We can find no sign of any life form which may have hatched from this eggshell, but we will bring it back to the flagship for further study. I told you it was fucking Lavos. Is Lavos an obscure reference now? I guess young kids ain't playing Chrono Trigger. You guys remember the Super Nintendo? Creator of Super Nintendo died, I hear recently. What's that? do some good mining here before we leave. Sounded the same as what, silly? That's a lot of Mycons. Uh-oh.
We are part of Jaffa.
I think I'm just gonna bounce. I'm not gonna bother fighting them.
Hot light in the darkness. All else is unfulfilled void. We are the Mycon.
We wish peace between our peoples.
Single spore land.
He's gonna be like, nah. I wonder how you would taste fried butter. No, I'm gonna go, don't trouble yourself, I'll see myself out. No, he's getting turgid.
I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
It is true, Greg. I am the voice of Quentin. Alright. It takes a while to warp out, so we might take some damage. Oh, ow, that was a lot. Maybe we can zip right back over to the Cyrene and show them the egg case of the deep children before we head back to Earth. Why aren't there servers in Chile? No idea. I'm not sure. I was never involved in the... Like, that's a completely different skill set of, like, deciding, you know, how much money to spend on servers and where and all of that stuff. It's a mystery to me. Alright. Well, we have proof for the Cyrene.
Hello again, pleasant human. It warms me to greet you again.
Yeah, baby. Talana, I have brought you proof that the Mycon Deep Children destroyed your world, Syra.
Let me see this proof, Captain.
Look at these fungal egg sacs. We found them near a crustal puncture on a shattered world.
Great guys! These fragments, they are identical to the debris we found near the punctures on Syra. We never guessed that the fragments might be organic. To have survived re-entry, nothing organic would remain. Unless it was genetically constructed for this purpose. And only the Mycons possess this capability.
You know it's true because it's in caps.
The Mycons will pay dearly for their crimes. We will not sit here and do nothing while the Mycon fiends are free to roam the galaxy, perpetrating their evil. You wanted our cooperation in fighting the Earthquan. You've got it. Provided you first help us seek our revenge against the Mycon race. Help us to destroy them.
What exactly do you want, lady? What do you want us to do?
Our first step is to get some mobility. We have some fine starship officers aboard, and they're all eager to go after the Mycons. But without our penetrator starships, We're totally
Their
inaccessible.
spaceships are called penetrators.
So our first step has to be recovering our Space Patrol combat fleet. We know that the Urquan didn't destroy them. They never waste anything. But we believe they have sealed them in some kind of deep vault in the surface of an alien planet.
Are the Mycons 50% of the Earth something group? The Mycons are not one of the Urquan species. There's two Urquan species, the Urquan Kora and the Urquan Kazurza, the green and the black ones. The Mycons are one of the races who allied with them during the war 20 years ago. No, Zhuang, what have you done? Do you know where your ships are?
No, that's your job. But maybe we have some clues to help you find
All right, hit
them.
me.
The Starship officers who flew the penetrators to the vault did so with total sensor blackout. The only thing they could use for navigation was the presence of the Dreadnought fleet surrounding them. When they arrived at their destination and lowered their ships into the immense vault, they were transported to the Dreadnoughts and only caught a split-second glimpse of the outside world. As far as they could tell, the sun was either red or orange. Based on the trip time calculations, the farthest they could have traveled is about 200 hyperspace distance units. Captain, we've assembled a small team of our most skilled officers. We will send them to your ship on board their own small shuttle. We feel that in the interest of efficiency, we keep our officers away from your crew at least until the mission is over. As soon as you arrive at the vault, our people...
Wait, 200 hyperspace units from
figure
where?
out a way to open the vault and bring our penetrators back here.
From this place, I guess? If I die, just remember that I really like you.
Good luck, brave Earthling. When your mission is successful, maybe then we can get to know each other better.
This alien is straight up horny. All right, we gotta pop back to Earth. We gotta drop off some minerals. Repair our fleet. Egg case. Wait, what did that device do when I used it? Oh, interesting. I used the spindle and it went into the broken Ultron. No, Zhuang. I did not consider that. I sure wish I had, though. Do I consider DVD a competitive game? I mean, this is the debate that has raged on for so long, right? It's a competitive game. It's a casual game. I mean, what do you want from me? Somewhere in the star system, the weird little Melnorme are hiding. There they are. I want to buy some gas.
Welcome back, Captain.
Do I consider DVD a game?
Our favorite.
It might be a game, yeah.
Now, what can we do for you today?
I know he looks so yummy.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
I have some data on alien life forms.
The 213.7 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 474 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain?
I wish to sell you Rainbow World locations. Because we should just found one.
Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of one of the Rainbow Worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 500 credits.
Dope.
What trade items would you like to buy today?
Give me fuel.
How much fuel do you wish to purchase?
Fill me up, popcorn man.
Fuel transferred to your vessel.
Now we're going to buy some information.
As you know, in our many centuries of star trading, we Melnorme have come to learn much about what happens in our galaxy.
Do I consider Star Control 2 to be a competitive game? Absolutely.
We have also kept records on the diverse alien races in your
You should see me tear up the Hyper Melee. Sorry, the Super Melee leagues.
For a fee of 75 credits per informative fact. No refunds.
Give me information about current events.
While you probably believe that the show fixed
What's up, Google Mauler?
Having caused their sun to flare with a device identical to the Utwig super bomb.
So these guys will sell you the information you need to beat the game, which is pretty cool.
Exists a chance to resuscitate this meta-marsupial species, though it will not be easy. The problem at hand seems simple. Bring together two Shofixti of different sexes, and the carnal gymnastics proceed. Given the short gestation
they be fucking
time of the Shofixti, you will have thousands of the creatures in 10 years and millions in 20. Finding a male of the species is easier than fluff. Simply visit the Shofixti's blasted star system at Delta Gorno. Captain Tanaka, or its sibling, Katana, shall greet you on your arrival. A warning. These warriors are old.
I've actually already met Tanaka.
Functional ships, if they mistakenly identify you as the enemy.
But where are we going to find some females, guys? Am I right? Where are the ladies at?
And try to talk with them on their own level. The females of the species will be more difficult to obtain. The only supply of such remains
Alpha Cherenkov 1. Yo, they give you directions. That's fucking awesome.
Cherenkov 1, included as part of General Zex's bizarre and beloved menagerie. Fortunately for you, Captain, Zex is considered, well, perverse by his fellow fox. This is because Zex actually
You can't make a joke. The jokes write themselves here.
Human beings. To acquire the Shofixti females, you will have to appease Zex. Or kill him.
Alright. So that's one quest. Tell us more. This is going swimmingly.
Iroquois are presently at war with a race called the Korra. They are fighting within a large spherical region of space, centered around the craterless star group. Although it is probably too early to tell, it would appear that the Korra are winning.
That's bad. The Korra are the we want to destroy all life in the galaxy faction compared to the Urquans we want to enslave all life in the galaxy faction.
No doubt you are familiar with an alien race called the Umga.
We haven't met them yet.
Who live in the Orionis constellation. While they are renowned for their potent and often cruel sense of humor, they have outdone themselves in recent years. Specifically, they have used an unusual hyperwave caster to impersonate the Ill-Rat gods, Dogar.
Impersonating God. Nice.
When the Ill-Rat began tuning in to the voices of their gods on their hyperwave receivers, The priest caste was understandably skeptical and counseled their many followers to ignore the blasphemous signals. However, in a surprise move, the majority of the Ilrad then rose up and slaughtered the entire priest caste. The reasons for this ghastly move included overtaxation, lack of quality depth in ceremony, and the general feeling that the priests had made Dogar and Kazon's pronouncements overly complex.
So the Ilrath prefer the fake gods that are being created on the radio as a prank by aliens over what their priests were saying. The Ilrath are angry space spiders.
As you know, there are weaknesses in the division between dimensions. For example, your vessel uses such weaknesses to enter hyperspace. However, there are other weak spots in the galaxy which lead to yet...
Yeah, we know about that. We've done quasi-space.
Such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Kolam Bay constellations. The portal opens only a short time each month, starting on the 17th. Since we have never entered the portal, we can give no more information on this subject.
What's next?
As you are probably aware, Urquan starships, you call them dreadnoughts, I believe, possess effective self-annihilation circuits, which prevent other races from reverse engineering Urquan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought, which has remained largely intact.
I already found it.
You will find the remains of the ship on the surface of a blue world orbiting Alpha Polonus. We suspect you will find at least one item of interest there, possibly two.
Right. I know what that means.
You may have noticed the presence of an increasingly large number of red probe vessels.
We also solved this problem.
Which move with great speed and attack relentlessly. We are sorry to say that this is our catalog item 2418B. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly. The product is not being used.
The race who bought the space probe did a programming error and accidentally created a scourge upon the galaxy. It's a self-replicating probe, you see, but they accidentally tuned up the priority of replicating on the probe to be higher than anything else. So they are now going across the galaxy, and while they're supposed to be peaceful, every time they run into an alien ship, they try to turn that alien ship into raw materials to create more probes, which is really bad.
Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Bervixies race of a powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Bervixies explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed and often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Hyades.
You gotta write all these names down. There's no quest log.
The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planetarian tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Though the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence, it encompasses Algol, Almagas, and the Persei stars. They made a special trip on this occasion to the Aquarii constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ultron.
We had the broken Ultron.
Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ultron immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave him a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers.
Druges want the super bong, yeah. We're gonna meet the Druge at some point. Man, there's so many alien races packed into this game. We haven't talked to everybody yet. We haven't even met the Umga or the Druge. Yeah, smoke some Druges.
The Utwig, who live in the Aquarii constellation, have grown very depressed of late. They accidentally broke the supposed Ultron sold to them by the felonious Druge. As a consequence, they are morose and melancholic, and will probably be unwilling to help you fight the Urquan.
Maybe I can fix their Ultron.
If you wish to gain them as allies, we recommend that you acquire the broken Ultron.
Did that.
As if it ever worked, and find some suitable replacement parts. Our information indicates that you could find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge trade world.
Fucking
an
Druge.
helix somewhere in Thredash space. And a clear spindle, which is currently
I have the
in
spindle.
possession of the Preconic. Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale.
Alright, thanks.
What else would you like to buy?
I'm done.
It has the
Has a bunch of info on future quests to do. For now, back to Earth. Gonna go home and smoke some Druge. So have you guys been playing the winter event? I haven't checked it out. You enjoy it? You enjoy being a snowman? Or whatever it is, hopping into snowman? I haven't touched it. How come? Hello, Liam.
Welcome back, Captain.
Very bunched out? Fair enough. Give me... or rather give you minerals. Dope.
More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? That last load should keep it blazing.
Blaze it. Druge. Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ultron device. Data? First we thought this was a piece of junk. In fact, it may still be just that, but when you submitted it to us, we infused it with gamma radiation and found that the scatter signature was identical to the patterns recorded from the empties, the singing hoops, and the big dud, which were all found in precursor burrows on Procyon. Summary. We are now convinced that this is a precursor tool, but it remains dysfunctional. The next entry in the analysis is subject Mycon egg case. Data? We really didn't know Mycon came from eggs, but our analysis of this sheath shows that it's been subjected to phenomenal temperatures and pressures. The most unusual aspect of the egg case is its size. We know Mycon's range in height from 0.5 to 3.5 meters, but our reconstruction of the whole egg case shows it to be over 25 meters high.
Deep child.
Summary. If a Mycon came out of this, he's gotta be really big. The next entry in the analysis is Subject Cyrene Pilot Shuttle. Data? As yet, the field research team has failed to report back to their group leaders. When we called them, they described being deep in study and wished to attend to a few important details before returning.
They be fucking.
Summary? Several group leaders have volunteered to assist the team to help them where they can. That's the end of our scientist report.
I'm good, Liam. How are you? We're chewing through this game. I know that you're anxiously awaiting this game to be over so we can play the next game. It'll happen.
We shall await your return, Captain.
There's a lot of aliens and a lot of story in this game. There's a next game. The next game we're going to be playing is Little Nightmares 2. We played Little Nightmares 1 a while back. I don't know if I remember to highlight those streams for posterity. I may not have. I thought you meant Star Control 3. Okay, so there is a Star Control 3, but it's one of those, like, we don't like to talk about it situations. Alright, so we have 3 slots left in our fleet. The ships we can build are the Earthling Cruiser, the Ors Nemesis, the Thradash Torch, the Zokvat Stinger. Those are the 4 ships. I still have 2 Spathi ships from back when I could build Spathi ships. The Spathi have disappeared, so I can't build any more of those. Sad. What's Scott's latest video about? How DBD is balanced at top level. Nothing was banned and average kills are just about buff for 2. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so there's my fleet. 2 Spathi, 3 Thradash, 3 Zokvat, and 4 Ors. No Earthling ships, because Earthling sucks. Next stop, we have to find the Cyrene fleet. Their ships are buried somewhere in an underground vault. The only hint that the game gives you is that it's an orange or red star somewhere within 200 units of Betelgeuse, which is here. So the actual answer, I had to look it up, is here. But like, that's not fair, because they're going to be like looking at orange stars here, orange stars there, there's a bunch of red stars over here. No, you're supposed to go all the fucking way over there. Anyway, let's get it. So Is Scott being like sarcastic when he says that it's balanced? Is it like, well, there's 2 kills, so I guess it's balanced, but really it's not, and we should be looking at balance differently? Or was he actually like, oh, I guess shit's balanced? Appears to be his genuine takeaway. Interesting. Not what I would expect. Think I should watch at some point? Alright. I'll take a look. I have a good feeling about this one. I think we're going to find those Cyrene ships. Maybe on the moon? Ah! We found something on the energy scan. That usually means it's important. There we go. We've opened the subterranean vault, which contained the Cyrene Space Patrol Penetrator starships. The Cyrene captains have assumed command of the vessels and instructed us to rendezvous with them back at Betelgeuse. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's dip out before the Urquan find us. The perfect crime. Have a good night, Shadow. Thanks for hanging out. Do you guys think that official tournaments should have some stuff banned? And if so, do you think it'll ever be possible to get people to agree on a rule set? I think there shouldn't be anything that has to be banned.
Good.
I mean, some things
Now
work
we can
casually, but
proceed
not
with our
competitively, you
plan
know?
For revenge against the Mycon. From our analysis of the deep child fragments you showed to us, and a review of the recorded Mycon transmissions from the war, we've established the kind of world the Mycons desire for their hideous, deep children. They need a planet like your Earth, or our Siren. One rich in water and oxygen, and possessing a molten active mantle. Our plan is to lure the Mycons to such a planet, and then attack them when they least expect it. We know of just such a world. When the Urquan were analyzing their massive planetary data to find a new home for my people, one of the close candidates, ranked just below Gaia, was a blue world orbiting close to the star Organon. Captain, we need your services again. Here is what you must do. You must go to the Mycon and tell them of this world. They will find that the world is suitable. And when they go to Organon, we shall be there, waiting for them. Then, we shall destroy them.
Dope. What if I die doing all this dangerous stuff? What about us?
I'm afraid both our duties will be dangerous, Captain. We may never see each other again. But for now, at least, there's this. That's more like it. Now, let me help you off with this. Yes, now aren't you a lot more...
I guess they added sex to Star Control too. I see. Well, in the spirit of interspecies communication, let me just say cowabunga.
Oh, say that word again. It makes me feel so excited. It makes me want to do something nice for you. Like this. And this. And especially this.
Boy, oh boy, they never taught me stuff like this back at Un's Revolt.
Let me teach you what you need to know. We will begin with the fundamentals of basic Cyrene physiology.
Are you sure this is okay? I'm nervous.
Please don't worry, my darling human. We have all the time in the world, and my door locks securely.
What happens if I do this? This is the part of the movie where your parents always walk in.
Answer your question. Then stop wasting your lips on words, you silly fool, and come here.
Several hours later.
Goodbye, Captain Darling.
It's the SpongeBob meme, but like 5 years before.
Now you must go. But you will remain always in my mind and heart and deep within me.
I wasn't expecting that voice.
Someday, when all this madness has come to an end, we will be together like this again.
Several hours later. You got here just in time, Sloth Bacon. Okay, so I have to lure the Mycon. Don't understand what I'm looking at on this map. Do I know if DBD is nominated for anything on the Game Awards? I don't think so. I probably would have heard people complain about it like they did about the Labor of Love thing. Even though it happens every year, it's like people have no memory. This year is particularly bad? Is that... I don't even know if that's true. Every year, people have found a lot to complain about. Beta Brahe. That's what I'm looking for. The community's mindset was particularly bad this year. Perhaps, yeah. Alright, so I have to go convince them that there's a sweet planet to destroy.
We are the Mycon.
But wait, but no, I have a thing to tell you. Hey, why don't you come to Organon?
Our bodies seethe with the passion of our genes. 1,000 of your species do not possess the richness in one of my cells. Juffo what fills.
I don't want violent action.
And I grow turgid. Violent action ensues.
Do I have to look up how this works? Do I have to go to the Mycon homeworld? I'm not going to bother fighting these guys. Ow. Maybe I can just get past him. Oh, shit. Aha! I seem to have found a bajillion of them.
This is a special place filled with Juffo. We must not allow it to be soiled by the non. You must go now.
What makes this world so special to you?
Juffo is the power of life. Hot warmth in the cold void. It flows through all things, binding them together, making them one. You are non-Juffo. You cannot understand. Below is the pod of Juffo. There for 1,000 centuries. When we are cold, the pod opens and warms us. When it is dark, the pod clenches, and lo, there is light. You are the non. The pod is not for you. You must leave.
Yeah, but now I want the pod. Give me the pod. There's a world at the star Organon. I believe it is the perfect for your deep children. See, I guess I had to find either their homeworld or this world to tell them about sweet, sweet place for their deep children to go.
This is a special place. You must go now.
Alright, we'll just be going now.
You are the non. You must go now and never return.
Okay, so they're not willing to listen there, so I guess I have to go to the Mycon homeworld. Luckily, I know where that is. Oop, dodged him. You can think of 3 things that DBD should be cancelled for? What does that mean? This looks like a homeworld. It's alright, guys. We're just doing some jukes. Oh, got him.
Jufflewuff is all omni-existent, spreading and changing the non into Jufflewuff. You are non, who must become...
Yeah, I agree, Liam. They could have done a 3-week winter event, right? Like, at least let it go to the new year. Past Christmas. Like, what's going on here? I agree. It does seem a bit weird. What can you tell me about your species?
I fill with my parents, 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 parents. I am they, and they are us. Then and now.
Yeah, these guys are a little bit weird. Let's be friends.
The deep children are a part of Jufflewuff, home builders, the dwellers in the mobile Roviches. You impede the flow of Jufflewuff through the universe. We will now remove this clog. We will now aid Jufflewuff by eliminating you.
Could we not? Did I try to get a VHS beta key? I did not, no. Don't eliminate me. I'm just a little clog boy. I'm just a little clog. Don't hurt me. Ah, Jesus. Alright. Gotta round them all up and juke them again and go back and pick some different conversation options.
We are the Mycon.
So, what can you tell us about your history?
I am Doogie.
Hello, Doogie.
I am the purity monitor. I choose what buds are permitted to mature and which must be eradicated. I died of general misfunction 57,283 years ago.
Cool. There is a world at the star Organon. I believe it is perfect for your deep children.
Your suggestion is appropriate. Acceptable new worlds are a priority for the rapid and complete spread of Jufflewuff. We wish to know more for our suitability assessment. Tell us of this world.
The air is pure and sweet.
This is good.
Abundant life covers its surface.
This is good.
The sun gently warms the surface.
This is good. If your words are true, we will gladly spread Jufflewuff to a new world. We will assemble the birthing fleet and send them to this planet. We will send many ships to protect the children as they grow. You have been of service to us. Your insight into the ineffable Jufflewuff is encouraging. Perhaps, if we were to plant spore sacs in your brain organ and let its tendrils spread through your flesh, then you would truly understand Jufflewuff. Become
Please,
part of Jufflewuff.
I don't want to become part of
You would
Jufflewuff.
be happier and more fulfilled. Consider our offer.
I wish someone would plant spore sacs in my brain organ. I could do with being a little happier and more fulfilled. Alright, look at them go. They're fucking spreading out. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, shit. Eggs! Oh, God. Okay, maybe they won't hurt me now, because I told them about the new place.
We are the Mycon. A cold rock spinning silently in the void. A womb for the children.
Yeah?
Jufflewuff fills.
But I told you guys where to go. You still want to fight me?
Violent action ensues.
Well, I will continue just leaving. I refuse to engage. These ships are too much of a pain in the ass to fight. What? No! What? Alright, get me out of here. So you can see the Mycon have already started to move. Now, this is good. I think one of the main reasons we want this to happen is that it's going to weaken them considerably, which will allow us to go back to Beta Brahe and pick up the thing that they're defending. In fact, let me check if it's already available. Ah, fuck.
We are the Mycon. Juffo what fills in my fibers, and I...
Alright. You ready to join the hive mind, Dwayne? I mean, it seems like an easier option than thinking for yourself. You get to live out your days as a body horror terror. Great. Ah, the huge fleet is gone. There's only 5 of them left here.
You have returned to our special place? This is not permissible. Leave.
What makes the world so special?
Juffo what is the power of life. Hot, warm,
Oh yeah, the pod of Juffup is down there. I want this pod. Have you visited the planet I told you about?
We have experienced unforeseen delays in planting deep children beneath the crust of Organon 1. However, Juffo is inevitable. The deep children will be born.
I have business on this world. Move aside.
Juffo flows through time and space. It cannot be stopped by mere energy blasts. However, you are not part of Juffawa. You can be destroyed by energy blasts. Let us demonstrate.
Alright, let's go, Mycon. Here's the big battle. 5 Mycon ships. I'm gonna try to take them down with ores. Let's see what happens. Let's go, Space Marines.
Go, intruder.
Did it. Oh, that's bad. He destroyed my ship as it was warping out. That's really unfortunate. Let's try not to let that happen again. Actually, we didn't even need to get this guy out. Alright, Captain Smell, let's go. What I think of Prop Night? I haven't played it. It seems funny.
Go.
Hell yeah. I will not fly into the planet. I refuse.
Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Intruder, 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 intruder.
Do your work. Hell yeah. Looks like Zanuff's enough. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Alright, good, good, good. Let's get Captain Frumple out there. Oh, shit.
Go, 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 go. Go, go. Intruder, intruder, intruder. Go, go.
Looks like asteroids. Not quite. Alright. We kicked the Mycon's ass. Good for us. And now we get to find this planet. A shattered world. Plenty of shit on the surface. And an interesting energy scan. What did we find? Who was the insult race? You're thinking of the Pekunk, who recharge their ship's energy by lobbing insults at the enemy. They also have the fastest ships. The Pekunk are amazing. Unfortunately, their ships are not available to build. There's a lot of good shit on this planet. Rear firing missiles. That is the Spathy. Alright, here we go. Let's pick up this thing. Report from the surface. Sir, we are experiencing major tectonic shocks here on the surface. Wait a minute, they seem to have passed. Captain, we weren't bouncing off the ceiling or being bashed against the lander walls. We were looking for whatever it was that the Mycon were hiding down here, and we think we found it. I don't know what to call it. Kind of looks like a cross between a spider and an antenna. But Jivo, the engineer we brought along, says the device has the capacity to radiate incredible amounts of energy in the form of visible light. We have decided not to experiment with the artifact, and we'll bring it aboard right after we explore the immediate vicinity. Oh, Captain, looks like the shocks are starting up again. We can't take much more of this. Returning to the ship. Alright, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we found the sun device. How are the Pekunkies doing of late? We don't know. The Pekunk actually disappeared. They said they were going to go back and rejoin their long-lost brethren, the Yehat, and then disappeared, and the Yehat don't want to talk about it. Sun device. Alright, let's go back and talk to the Cyrene. Maybe that's something to say about the ambush. They fixed lag flicks on the Blight, and so now everyone is doing dumb flicks on Oni. Oh, fuck. Well, hopefully behavior fixes that too. Whoop. Who the fuck is this? Oh, did I just run smack into the Urquan? Ooh, I did.
Your insubordination is intolerable. You must
I did Aquamelon, yes.
our slave laws. Further disobedience will result in punitive measures against your homeworld.
Hello? Urquan? Are you paying attention to me?
In our 20,000 years along the path of now and forever, we have dominated thousands of species, yes, but we have saved hundreds from extinction. You imagine the threat of unknown invaders or alien pestilence born on the solar wind. We have seen these, but you do not acknowledge your own worst enemy, yourselves. We have found dead worlds without number, planets ravaged by atomic fire or Gaian collapse. These planets were not rendered sterile by
Yeah, that's where we're headed. We're gonna destroy ourselves.
They bear sad testament to the effects of unrestrained instinct and emotion, or simple ignorance. We will prevent such mistakes.
The Urquan are fucking badass. Unfortunately, they're also extremely difficult to run away from, because they spam fighters. Oh, good, he didn't spam fighters right away. And they can do a lot of damage before you escape, usually. Whew, you got lucky. Alright. So the Mycon circle is still moving, so they haven't reached Organon yet. So we're probably not going to get any kind of dialogue from the Cyrene about what happened. Maybe we'll go off and do something else first.
We will wait here for the Mycons.
Alright.
Same to you.
So, in the meantime... Yo, what up, Tom? Why aren't you playing the winter event? You know, you can control a snowman. Survivors can legit jump into snowman and walk around. Have you seen it? Hi, I forgot what channel this is. This is the ex-DVD developer who used to play Dead by Daylight, and now I'm just playing whatever the fuck this is. Gonna buy an NFT of the snowman? You're just saying things to hurt me. Is this a regular Star Control 2 channel? Yeah, this is it. Weekly Star Control. This is where you come. Make another game that's fun. I'm working on it. Look, there are plenty of talented people. Dead by Daylight's gonna keep making good stuff, even without me. No, they are not. I'm really looking forward to seeing like stuff that I never even heard of, even in the planning phases. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I've never had something in that game come out like which surprised me that I didn't know was coming. Well, actually, I get that with cosmetics sometimes. I never knew what the cosmetics were going to be. But no, like I can't wait. You know, like I want to like open up a mid-chapter patch and be like, wow, this balance is so weird. It's not what I expected. You know. You know very well that I was deeply involved in making the nurse. I mean, I didn't like design how it works, but like, I did it. These are the hands. These are the hands that did the job. Was that the moment that like broke your heart when like this like weird little fun new game you realized once and for all that the people making it didn't see it the way that you saw it and that it was not going to move in the direction that you wanted it to move? Even with the nurse? Well, alright. It's alright, no cummies, don't worry. 72 and I go back. But I appreciate you looking out for me. You riled them up, Tom. Got my boy all upset. When the core of the game changed? When did the core of the game change? When it went from slow hide and seek to fast-paced stuff? But I mean, people like Tom are playing it as fast-paced stuff from day one. This is a Star Trek simulator? This is like Mass Effect before Mass Effect. So apparently, the guy who has female Shofixty is hanging out on Alpha Cherenkov. So we're gonna go get that. Definitely has Star Trek influences? Absolutely. I bet that if we found the build, like your favorite build of the game, or like the one that you were having the most fun with, and we brought it now, and we're like, here it is, it's Throwback Thursday, it's Dead by Daylight as it existed at this point in time, I think that it wouldn't last very long, and that all of the sort of gradual quality of life improvements that have come in over time, oh, nice, people would miss them.
Treat. I am Admiral Zex. Please, do not be frightened. Unlike the rest of my species,
Yeah, we're gonna have Zex.
I enjoy humans. You may know me by my reputation, my leadership of Vox forces during the war with your alliance. I assure you that this behavior, a sad necessity of those times, belies a much kinder, gentler...
This game has really fucking sweet aliens. The best.
Welcome. We can get to know one another, expand our interspecies relationship.
This is the only Vux who likes humans. And his name is
You aren't
Zex.
here for polite repartee. You have come for my show-fixing maidens.
I have come for your Shofixty maidens. So what are you doing here, Admiral Zex?
Ah, such a good question. But you always were a bright species. I will explain. After the great
Nurse.
Flashlight.
We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
So that I might pursue my hobby without disturbing the general.
Tom, I'm gonna get 20 notifications now because I never fixed my shit.
Flashlight.
Prepare to hear this 20 times. Yo, thank you so much for 20 subs. Congrats, Trigger Happy, Vatten Van, Anox, Mathman. Yo, Mathman, are you hiding in here? Madhouse Killer, Pep Z, The Paish, Frank, Never Enough Caffeine, Dial Up Duck, Shizwo, Cause Cheese Cares. It can pick people who aren't here, right? Vile Cactus, Ice Titan, Ferris, Sovereign, Ball of Disaster, Ultimate Despair, Metal Mercury, and Alexis. Complaining about $100. Yeah, we're big time now. I can do that. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. This is also my favorite fucking clip, so I don't mind hearing it 20 times. It's a lie. I only pretend to be bothered. Yeah. Let's hear this properly.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Yeah. Yo, no cummies. He gave you a special one. He gave you the premium sub. Holy shit. Based 72 hours.
We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Amazing. Good shit. Vux's turntabling? Yo, Admiral Zex is a beast on the turntables.
We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Saint like pure child of God is no cummies? Yeah. He had to do a name change because they didn't like no cummies. This guy is amazing at usernames, by the way. I'm just mad respect. Tom, does that video exist anywhere? Can we still see it?
We got it, baby.
Is it online? Privated. Ah, okay.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby.
When you retire, it's all mine. Sweet. You know, a while back, I was gonna ask you if I could use your old DVD emotes because they were pretty sweet. But I think I'm also past those days now too myself. I missed my chance.
We got it.
Speaking of retiring. I don't think I've seen the Out of Bounds YouTube video. Is that the one that people are talking about with Scott Junn saying, like, watching a tournament, a high-level tournament where things turned out balanced, or is it something completely different?
Nurse.
I was the demo on Yam. Oh, that video. Oh yeah, thank you, Liam. Yeah, I saw that. That was really awesome. It was really cool to see that stuff from like a third-person perspective.
Nurse.
The camera unclipped. Yeah.
Flashlight. We got it.
Tom, I was watching you play Halo the other day. It's pretty cool. Good stuff.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Made me think I should actually try playing some different video games. Maybe some that are coming out from this fucking century.
Nurse. Flashlight.
How far are we through this process?
We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
We're almost there. 4 more. Centuries old games only, please.
Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
No games with more than 8 pixels unless I made it.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
I was forced into playing a couple of recent games because of my birthday subathon. where subs were allowed to choose what my next games were.
We got it.
So we played a
Isn't
few,
that sick?
like Little Nightmares. Yeah. There's one more, right?
Nurse.
There we go.
Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
Well, if you're still here, thank you very much. 72 hours. Truly OG. We are blessed by Tom's presence. One of the original legends of Dead by Daylight, whose influence you can still feel the echoes of. I also played Fortnite. I did one Fortnite stream. I was never able to get out of the bot matches. I think I played for a whole evening. I never saw a single human being, which really bummed me out, and might be the reason why I never bothered to play again. I feel like it took too long to show me an actual person. I needed a 12-year-old to like snipe me from across the map and insult my mom. Is this a real story? It sounds like a real story. Then they added Naruto. Shit, I should play Naruto on Fortnite. Tom, will you play Naruto on Fortnite with me? I'll be Naruto and you can be Sasuke, and we'll do duos.
Oh no, Captain, not mere animals. My menagerie contains only the most beautiful creatures in the galaxy. Each of my children, as I like to call them,
Admiral Zex is a collection of beautiful children. This makes me deeply uncomfortable.
especially to me. I have a complete variety of beasts from as far away as Procyon and Vega. No, this is not just some zoo. I have worked diligently for many years to craft my menagerie, to gradually improve it. Perhaps you can't tell, but I am rather proud of it. Alas, there's one creature, one gorgeous animal which I do not yet possess. I would give almost anything for that creature.
Yo, tell me more. What do you want to have Zex with? If you went and got this little critter for you, would you give us the Shofixti Maidens?
What an interesting proposal. I never would have thought of such a wonderful idea myself. You are a genius, Captain. In answer to your question, yes, I accept your offer. Deliver the creature to me, and I shall give you the Shofixi Maidens. I will even provide...
It bothers me that he doesn't pronounce the T in Shofixti.
My source for this information is an ancient wildlife handbook written millennia ago by some unknown alien author. The pertinent passage goes as follows. Demise. It basks in yellow light within the constellation Lynch-Na-Plo.
Oh yeah, let's go to Lynch-Na-Plo.
To mean approximately the long, thin creature who has swallowed the huge beast. I am afraid this is all that I know. I hope it is sufficient.
Yeah, some of the riddles in this game are not great. Because he's talking about the constellation Lyncis, so I don't get it. Why don't you attack us as all the other Vox have?
Because I like humans, Captain. I respect and admire your species. I do not share the bigoted views of most of my people.
Do you trust him? He seems a little shady to me. I think Zex is a little sus.
No, not all, Fox Captain. Most, but not all. It is true, when the majority of my people view one of your species, they are forced to regurgitate. But there are those among us who have grown beyond such childishness to take a more liberal view. We, the few sophisticates, are not subject to the whims and fads of current fashion. Our likes and dislikes
Fucking
are
weirdos.
strictly based on personal preference. We see the beauty in you humans, the value in a long-term relationship. You are different, yes.
What's up, iRollington?
I like difference.
We're going to be wrapping up our Star Control stream shortly.
It's so wonderfully varied. Your multitudinous rigid appendages, your tiny double eyes, your varied skin coloration, and the delightful patchwork of hair covering only parts of your body.
He wants to see our pubes.
Other parts bare and smooth. I value your species, Captain. I see you as just people, like us Vox.
I think I'll have to catch that on my next DBD stream, Liam. Next week. Whoa, Admiral Zex, this is just a bit too weird. Are you some kind of aesthete?
You have talked with my Vox countrymen, haven't you? They are close-minded fools, bigoted in all ways. Call me what you wish, Captain. I choose to view myself as, well, simply open-minded. Free to experience the full range of life's possibilities. The Vox rulers could not refuse my military genius, couldn't ignore the many victories I gave them, but they would not tolerate my behavior, accept my desires as natural.
100% pervert.
So they sent me out here, a hero's exile, where I won't poison the minds of youth with my bizarre ideas and perverted lifestyle. Bigoted fools. You see, Captain, we are not all that different, you and I. We are different from the majority of Vox, and so we, in Vox eyes, are both monsters.
Alright. Goodbye, Admiral Zex.
Goodbye, beautiful human. I hope we can meet someday as friends. Perhaps even more?
He wants to have Zex with me. Well, thanks, Senpai. I'm actually about to close up shop here. Have a great day at work.
Nurse. Flashlight. We got it, baby. Isn't that sick?
And to do that,
Pog, thank you so much for the 12 months. Happy anniversary. Just gonna check to see if my boy is still gaming.
Oops, I forgot.
My boy is gaming. All right, let's do a little raid. And thank you guys so much for hanging out on Star Control night. I know it's a little slow and boring. It's really just talking to aliens and looking at pixels from 1992, but I enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'll be back next week with some Dead by Daylight. We'll take a look at Scott's video, we'll take a look at the Christmas event, and we'll hang out. So, yeah, see y'all later. Bye, guys.